What's up YouTube, Orange Crusher here. I just want to talk a little bit about Reaper of Souls and how good it sounds so far. There's a lot of data mined information that has come out on the internet, on Diablo fans. It's getting a lot of people excited. I know a lot of people are getting back into the game even now, even though most of these changes won't take effect till later in the year, possibly first quarter next year. But let's talk about some of those changes. The biggest change is going to be ladders. There's going to be a ladder reset, actually a ladder implementation that is pretty much going to cause a hard reset in the game, which will give the incentive for new players to come back into the game. You haven't played for 6-8 months, a year, maybe since launch, but the game sounds really good now. You can come back, start on the new ladder, and be at the same point as someone that's played since day one. And not to mention, there's going to be a new class, something different for us to play. Some of us that have been playing since launch. Not to mention they're going to add 2 character slots, so you don't have to delete any current characters. You can keep all your characters now, and then you can create male and female Crusader if you want, softcore, hardcore, ladder, non-ladder, whatever you want to do. They're going to revise the loot system. They're going to have smart drops. New legendaries, 3000 DPS one-handers, things like that. Different items that will make the game more fun, more exciting to find those legendaries, and the fact that they said, the better items will be even harder to find, it gives players incentive to play, upgrade their character, get to the harder difficulties, the harder events, and try to find that good stuff. Oh, of course, I forgot, no auction house. That should have been my first point. March 18th, 2014, there's going to be no auction house, real money or gold, on any of the game modes. Blizzard's talking about, figuring out a way to trade, make trading better, things like that, kind of give a substitute for the auction house. I don't know what they're going to come up with. A lot of people are worried. A lot of people are mad now that the auction house is being done away with. Even though a majority of the players complained about it before, saying that, it took away from the core aspect of the game. Blizzard agreed, they removed it, and players complained about the company fixing what they complained about. Anyway, some new items in this latest data mine were legendary affixes, game changing they called them. Hour-long shrines, things like that. Thorns damage hitting everything within 15 yards, different things like that. They talked about a lot of different legendary affixes that they're going to be adding to items. They talked about, some new endgame events. We already knew about the loot runs, Nephilim trials. But there's something now about like a cupcake challenge. Collect as many cupcakes as you can. I don't really know what that's about. I guess we'll find out. Maybe it'll be fun. And then Devil's Hand, which we really don't know what that is either. We just know that it's going to be part of the game. The revised social system, the chat. Hopefully they have some channels. It's similar to D2, to where you can go into the channel you want, create a game that you want. Hopefully find somebody to come into your game, trade with you. I know when I was playing D2, I'd create a game, Stone of Jordan for X amount of high runes, whatever. Do my farming run. When I was done, let's make another game. No big deal. You're doing your farming anyway. A lot of people are complaining, oh, I don't want to create a trade game, sit in the game, do nothing, wait for somebody to come in. But you don't. You farm as you do now. Hopefully you find the item you're looking for. If not, somebody come in, make a trade, see what else they have. That's one of the aspects I really liked in D2. With item-to-item trading, you can kind of grow your wealth easier than sitting on the auction house trying to snipe, things like that. When you can actually play the game, and then somebody comes in, make a deal here and there. Everybody benefits, except you got those scammers, drop it on the ground and we'll do a drop trade, whatever. But hopefully people are smarter than that these days. And then some of the, I guess, less popular changes to the game, infinite resource builds are going to be nerfed. Like Wrath of Berserker, Infinite Wrath is going to be gone, they say. Maybe they'll make it harder to get. Maybe you'll need some items. Maybe you'll need, special skills. I don't know. Maybe some items that have legendary affixes, things like that. CM Wizard, they're changing the effects of a lot of the main skills that allow wizards to perma-freeze, perma-stun, things like that. So hopefully with all the new all the new items, all the new legendary fixes, things like that. There'll be, you know, a lot of different builds. It's going to be kind of hard to do early theory crafting right now, just because, you know, we don't really know all of the final changes, and there can be, you know, endless combinations. So with that said, I'm pretty excited for Reaper of Souls. I'll most likely buy it on day one. You know, Blizzard, here you go, take my money, kind of thing. Yeah, at first everyone's like, no chance for an expansion. I'll never pay 60. I won't pay 40. You know, I wouldn't even pay 10. Now it looks like people are kind of going back on it. Oh, you know, I'll pay whatever you want. Game sounds great. They're trying to bring us back to the D2 way of life, so that's pretty good. I like D2. I played it the whole time it was out, before LOD, after LOD, even once they stopped supporting it with patches, things like that. You know, the dupes didn't bother me so much, but things like that. So I'm excited for Reaper of Souls. I hope you guys are too. If you are, leave a comment below. If you're not, leave a comment below. If you liked what I said, like the video, subscribe if you want.